My name is Tequila Cousar, and I am the founder of Intoxicating Brands LLC. I am a personal branding and kind of newly a career pivoting coach. It all really goes together if you think of that. What I do is I work with not only healthcare professions, but 9-to-5ers and business owners who are ready to pivot in their career, but also create visibility on or offline. People tend not to want to do online stuff, but there is ways that you can actually be visible or show up either in your workplace or in your business. So I help you with both of those in positioning. It's fun. This long story short, because it is my story of how it led me to coaching. When I was 19, I was deemed infertile. I had infertile. I couldn't have kids. Then the doctor was like, "Oh, you could never have kids," right? And it's taken me so many years to say that without feeling pain behind it. And for many years, I was on the medications. My husband and I were trying to get pregnant, and nothing happened. We spent thousands of dollars on drugs that just didn't work. So I came to a period where I was like, you know what, God, I just got to give it to you. I have to stop. And within that 2 years, focusing solely on self-care, really health, I lost 67 pounds and I got pregnant. So my intentions were to always be a stay-at-home mom. I mean, when I was little, I always wanted to be a mother who stayed at home with their daughter or kid. So leading up to my quit date, I knew I was going to quit. So I did quit. I quit my full-time job as a dental hygienist, and in that I had to think, how am I going to make money now, right? I was used to an income that was always coming in, and so what we did was I decided to start in a company, which was a network marketing company, but I didn't know how to stand out. So I started with a show called The Makeup Mocha Mom. Me and my daughter would show up and we would have fun selling Avon, and I knew that I had something different. And I told myself, I can show other people how to do this. So I started really showing other people how to be authentically who they are, show up in their most powerful self, and also sell a product, even if it was what everybody else was selling, because at the end of the day, people were going to buy you and not the product. So that's how I got into personal branding. And people start coming to me truly for helping them, not only with their business, but they were also like, well, I want to just retire, right? Like, what can I do after retirement? And I never thought of that as being like a business, but God had another plan. I believe that everyone should be investing in themselves, no matter what. If you get a book, that's investing in yourself. If you're listening to a YouTube that's motivational, you should be investing in yourself, right? Our brain stops growing when we grow. We stop growing when we stop investing in ourselves. And I can tell you, one of the biggest things I did back in August of last year, 2021, is I invested in a coaching program. And this coaching program was called Aloha Millionaire, right? So the purpose of it was to get us to set our foundation of our business to be millionaire status, right? We were not going to make $1 million in that 9 months. The goal was to, hey, I know how to help you structure $1 million business. So we focused on structuring our $1 million business, and the goal was a retreat in Hawaii. This program was so rigorous, but I knew that it was going to be the thing that took me from feeling like all shy, because I'm an introvert and I don't like to socialize too much, but I will get on camera and I will turn up, right? So it got me out of my shell. It got me structured for a business, but I also was able to meet so many people who were making so much more money than I was, right, in my business. But the value in that was, we are all going to get together. We're all going to have this mastermind in Hawaii, and it's going to be amazing. We got to Hawaii. It was my first time in Hawaii, and I was just flabbergasted. Like, I was happy to be there, but it was the idea that a lot of people don't do that, right? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And we mastermind even more with other millionaires that she brought in, and it was phenomenal. So I am always the advocate of investing in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn, big time. If you're a new entrepreneur just starting a business, I will tell you to get a coach, right? Because your coach is going to help you with the learning curve. You will spend your life on YouTube and Google trying to do it for the free. If you only would invest your time and money in a coach, you're going to actually earn more money. As a female business owner, some of the challenges that I've come across is really like color, right? There are so many women that I know more than that are not my color, but they're making so much more money than me. So it's always my challenge, because it's going to always be a challenge, right? When it comes to that, the biggest challenge that you will face is, am I good enough? You are good enough. I want to encourage you right now that you are, and you just have to go out and glow out. That's how I have to see that, and that's how I'm feeling. I'm just going out and I'm glowing out. The best part about being an entrepreneur is that you have the power to be a creative. When you're in a job or a 9-to-5, it's hard for you to be creative, right? Your capacity is limited. But when you are an entrepreneur, you can create what you want, right? You will be the change for so many people because you are a creative, and it just helps you all around. Creativity is key. Self-care looks to me different than it may be for other people. Being an introvert, I'm all about protecting my time, and when it comes to people and things that I do. So when it comes to self-care, I make sure that I really govern off at least an hour and a half every single day to make sure that I am focused on me. I mean, it may sound selfish. We talk about that being selfish, but it's actually selfless, because the more we are able to pour in our cup, the more we're able to give to other people. And if you don't protect that time, then someone else is taking that time. So I would challenge you to find an hour in your day to protect your time, and let that time be something that you're doing to bring into yourself instead of out. How do I set boundaries between myself and my clients? One of my biggest things is no one really has my cell phone number, so they can't text me. I don't answer my messengers before 9 a.m. in the morning. And some people will try to say, hey, can you just call me real quick, right? It's no. You have times that are blocked off specific to you and your clients. That's what you need to have, right? And or if you're using what's called Voxer. Voxer is a app where you can use back and forth and you can communicate. Have a time limit on that. You don't always need to get back to them right away. Like, have a day, but I wouldn't say drag it on for 2 or 3 days, but I would say 24 hours is a good turnaround time to give a response to your clients, because if you don't create that boundary, then they're not going to respect it at all. I mean, they love and they respect you, but if there is a need, they're going to expect you to do that. So I will have something in writing on the contract. Definitely have something writing on your contract about that. I want my legacy to be now. We look at that as something that is in the future, or 10 years from now, 20 years from now, or generations, when it's actually now, right? We have to be in the present moment. Most of us look at it as our children, right? But also look at the people that are inspired by what you are doing, what trailblazing you're making happen in your community or in your business. That is making an impact on them right now, not in 10 years. So when it comes to my legacy, I want it to be in the present moment. I want my daughter to see this is what my mother is doing. I want my husband to be adored by his wife. And I want what you would call my fans to be really inspired by what I'm doing now. And that will be a ripple effect for generations to come. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook. Just Google me. My jam right now is LinkedIn, because that's where my people are. You will find me on Instagram. You will find me everywhere. That's the point of being a brand. And that's why I teach personal branding, so that you can be everywhere and visible, so that when people are looking for you, they don't have a problem finding you.